Check it out, y'all. What it look like. It's your main man, Fabulous, man. I'm holding it down with
Reec, my brother Reec. Reec. The homie Reec, you already know, man. It's Taylor Gang, I died.
Who you with?
Reec.
Yeah. Who you with?
Who you with?
Hey, we live and litty, kicking the week off the right way. Back live at the Reec Show. Shout out to my brother, Potty Ali, on the game. You know, we out in Miami, Indiana with it. And, of course, we digitally broadcasting across a whole bunch of platforms. So we appreciate y'all tapping in with us. You heard the intro. It's a lot of celebrities on there. We missing one person, though. This young lady right here next to me today, we're going to get it popping, man. She is a friend of the show. I've seen her a few times. We interviewed a couple of times. Last time, we got to clear up some rumors. We got to talk about so many things. We dug deep. You know what I'm saying? And I got her to sing. That was the highlight of my day. I got her to sing last time because she can sing. I'm talking about really sing. You hear the soul and every time, you know, she get them vocals popping. Right now, we got my friend, my dog, my partner, my ace, Jhonni Blaze in the building. What's up, mama? You shining too.
Look, I just did my skincare today. And I was like, should I put makeup on? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to put makeup on. And I never usually do that, but it's a confidence thing. So
I love it. I love it. You don't even need it. You like you popping. You look all healthy, your hair glowing. You know what I'm saying?
Ever since I put this new little unit on.
With the inches. I love it, man. For those that are not familiar with her, it's like probably 9 or 6 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? She has been out here popping, has music with everybody now. Social media superstar, reality star, TV star. You disappeared for a minute to come back and you on P-Valley. Like, come on, bro. We got to talk about all this stuff.
Oh my goodness, it's a lot.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get jumping, man. Let's kick it off right now.
Okay.
That you went away for a second. I was worried.
Yes.
I don't know if you got my text. I'm like, bro, you cool?
Yes, I got a lot of text messages.
Okay, all right, all right, right. Because I was just like, just as a person that know you and you always been friendly and cool and solid. I was just like, hey, you good? You know what I'm saying?
I needed a break.
Gotcha.
And like a final break where it was. Let me get myself together so that I don't keep having these issues of just like relapsing of depression and stuff. Maybe if I go and figure out what's causing the depression and what's causing the trigger points of me going off or being upset, then I could get the help that I need. So I wasn't missing. It's I don't know what it is with society ever since we got social media where people feel entitled to be like, she's probably doing this, she's probably playing, she's probably joking around. And I'm just like, but if it was you, you know, having a spiral moment, you would want the respect too. So it's just like, I'm not expecting people to give me the respect of me going so-called missing, but it's more of, I didn't feel at that time I needed to explain to anybody because it was like a crucial moment for me. My grandmother just passed away. My friend that was in the tabloids of, you know, Mercedes passing away, and then just seeing how it was making other people feel. I just needed a moment.
I understand.
So I ended up finding out I was diagnosed with PTSD, which is, I have trigger points. And I accepted it, and I was like, you know what do I want to do to change where I don't have these trigger points? So let me delete some people. Yeah. Let me take away the people that just don't need to be here. Let me get myself together. Let me acknowledge my trigger points that I can get help with and just push. And then I started like eating healthier. I started, you know, meditating and listening to the Calm app and doing things I actually love to do and riding bikes, jumping out of planes.
That's a big gap right there.
But like being a kid and not necessarily being a kid, but just being yourself and bringing back things that you probably missed as a child that you can also do as an adult. And I'm like, let me just live my life. And I started becoming more calmer, more focused on music. And then everything that you've been saying that I've been doing has just unfolded. I love it. Like literally. So it'll be a year, October 14th, of me being a year out of the hospital.
Let me hit that hype bell for that. I love that. Like I really do. I just
recently started like talking about it, and I'm not afraid of it. I don't care if people judge me or not. It's the space that I'm in now where people see me. They're like, you're like a little clone. And I'm like, huh? They're like, you don't get mad or anything. I'm like, no, I know how to, sorry, my allergies, no COVID.
You good. We know it's a COVID-free spot. This is a safe space.
The pollen, not to switch subjects.
Right.
I'm going to tell you something that happened when I was coming here. The dude rolled the window down in the driver.
Yeah.
They was mowing the lawn, and I
man.
seen the pollen try to get in the
Trying to
window,
attack
like
you,
looking
right?
at me like, you know I'm gonna come for you. And I think it got me. And I'm mad.
Man.
But
I feel you.
back to I started like it's been a year. It'll be a year, October 14th, and I dedicated a day every day reading the Bible and writing what it means to me, like a scripture.
Right.
So my book is filled up, and I'm like, I'm so proud that I really stuck to something, and it feels good to see the outcome
Right.
of
Your
the blessings.
consistency,
Like,
yeah.
the consistency. Do we have a tissue? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we can get-
sorry,
we-
y'all. We on live. Look, it's
We
just
got our
me
best
being
people
real.
on it now. We're going to get you some tissue right
Pretty
now.
please with a cherry on top,
Right.
because if I sneeze, y'all gonna be like, you wrong.
Nah,
You're wrong.
good. We got Lysol. We straight. Man, for those tuning in on the radio side, we got Jhonni Blaze. We just catching up, really, and just kind of filling us in on what you were going through. I love that you're vocal about it, because there's so many people going through it.
Yeah,
and they may not
depression
be
and everything, and they're like super scary. They're like, I don't want to talk about it. But in the Black community, that's usually what happens. We've been through so much to the point that people are like, "Oh, we don't believe in depression. We don't believe in mental health." And I'm like, "What?" That's the biggest thing that we have because of the trauma that we've been
Right.
through, and we don't acknowledge it, and we should. So.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate on showing people that.
All right, look, we got light skinned hand handing you tissue.
Amazing.
All right, light skinned hand just came in to save the day. All right.
They really did. Thank you, light skin hand. I appreciate you.
See, Kevin Hart got white hand. We got light skinned hand.
Look,
You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
I'm freaking done. Be like, where the white hand come from?
But
yeah,
man,
so-
I'm really appreciating what
Of
you
course.
coming, man. You show so much strength even before, and we're not gonna go back into the stuff we talked about. Y'all rewind back to the last
You
interview
figure
we
it
had.
out.
Right, you figured out. But I love what you just said about you kind of get to relive some things you may have missed in childhood, because you
Yeah.
grew up super fast, as we know.
Yeah,
We don't have to
just
talk about that
so much.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm like, I miss certain things,
Mm-hmm.
and people always they'll see like adults, they're big into video games, or
Yeah.
they're big into soccer,
Like
they're
me,
big
cartoons.
into like cartoons. I am too, and they're like, that's so childish. There's something mental wrong with them. I'm like, no, it's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Reliving something that is okay, as long as it's not out of pocket, it's okay. Like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say sorry for me reliving
What you like. You don't have to
playing
apologize
and,
for what
and,
you like.
and going to Disney World or whatever, and because I didn't have that a lot of things growing up. Not saying that my parents were they were amazing.
Right.
It's just more of I was being a kid, being fast.
Yeah,
and
some of us grew up
sometimes-
different, and some of
yeah.
us grew up grown.
So it's like now
Right.
that I see stuff, they're like, it's like you reversed. I'm like, what do you mean reversed? They're like, you're just like a kid in a grown body. I'm like, yep, I'll take that. I'll
Right.
take that because I'm in a space in peace, and I'm seeing the opportunities I'm getting with me just being calm and just normal. Yeah.
And I know it's probably something now that you're looking through a more of a focused lens, because you've always
Yeah,
been
it's
like this
like-
anomaly.
It's like, oh, I'm getting all this stuff happening because
Yeah.
I'm just like calm and sweet. Oh, I like this.
I like it.
Anything that's gonna try to take it away, please step away.
There you go.
Please, your hands still work.
You got the
They
good.
were
I mean,
tired, but they will work
they
if you
work,
try.
right.
If you try to take my peace, you have every right to use them.
that's what I'm talking about.
I need peace.
When I jumped in and was saying the anomalies, because you're super talented. You play instruments, you sing,
It's like a
you
little
act,
thing for
you
me.
really act, you can dance, you do all of these things,
It's
and
like
now
a
you're
little
able
one,
to. Right, you're always able to showcase these things now. Now let's talk about P Valley. How did this come about?
I was doing Hilton casting where it gives you like, behind the scenes. And I went as my government name, which was Chappelle Jackson.
Right.
And I'm like, don't call me Johnny. So I'm like, all right, this is going to be a smooth breeze. I'm going to get the opportunity not because of who I am.
Right.
I'm not going to wear much makeup. I'm going to go in there just fresh face, thinking that maybe makeup makes you look different. They're like, no, you look the same.
Yeah.
They're like, that's Johnny. So after all the 80 extras that was on set for this certain thing, I took a break. We took a break, and I just was walking around saying hi to people I didn't even know was like the head people,
Right.
for like the AD. And
You just
stuff.
being you.
I'm like,
walking
hi,
around.
I'm Johnny. I sing. I play 6 instruments and all this. If you got some extra scenes, I'll do it. I don't care. And one of the ADs, Lee Coleman, was like, why do you look familiar?
Familiar.
And I'm like, no, my name is Chappelle Jackson. And they like, and lately, my grandmother had passed around a time that we was starting the filming, and these butterflies would always pop up. So me and the AD was talking, and then also Zion, And it was funny where they were filming it, you couldn't see me where they placed me. And I kid you not, a butterfly flew past me. And in the process, Lee was walking right behind the butterfly and was like, you move over here.
Wow.
He's like, I like you.
Let me hit the hype bell for butterflies. I like
He's
it.
like, you move over here.
Sometimes God moves for us.
Man, and it was just that little scene. And then when people actually seen me on set, they were like, her name is Jhonni.
Right.
They're like, who's Jhonni? Why does everybody, then they seen Murder come up. Shout out to Alfonso, and he was like, hey, what's up, Jhonni? And they were like, why do you know everybody?
Does everybody
like,
know
what's going
you?
on? So then after we went back on set, people were like, that's Jhonni Blaze. So they started just, wanting to place me in like the trailer. And I was the one that wanted to be in the tent because their setup is amazing.
Wow.
Like they treat everybody the same. The food, everything is just on point.
Okay.
I was like, I'd rather just be in the tent with everybody so that I can network and stuff. So I'm in the tent with 80 other people and they're looking at me like,
you should be in the star
and
trailer.
they're like, you're so normal.
Right.
And I've always been that way. So that's how it happened. And it actually led me to other parts. And I'm like, all right, well, cool.
Right.
And I look up and I'm like, that one part of that 30 seconds, the whole 30 seconds of the speech, you see me next to him. I didn't have any words, but it just seemed to be like, people were like, she's on P-Valley. And I'm like, this is how people think. They're like, oh, once I see you, and I'm like, okay, why you ain't telling nobody? I'm like,
right.
I don't know. I didn't even know it was going to happen. So it was a great experience. And I got to network with people. I seen Meg on set, and it was just like really super cool. It was just a really good vibe.
That's dope. Let
like
me hit the hype bell for that. You being on P-Valley and a butterfly getting you a feature.
Hey, my grandmama. That was my grandma.
Right.
Like, I'm telling you, that was her.
That was
Because every
her.
time something happened around that time, I kept seeing butterfly. I'm like,
She put you right in the right spot.
She's like, nah, I'm going to correct your ass even when you think I'm not there. I just be feeling like she be just here.
Yeah.
Just looking like, you better not.
That's what they say. You got a praying grandmother. Everybody got to have that accountability person.
Even
though
though she's gone, it's like she's still like I could literally feel her around me. So I'm just like, let me keep that.
Right.
Let me be more responsible and more kinder.
You accept it.
Yeah,
you
not
accept
to
it.
not to like fit in, but more of I like being that way.
Yeah.
I enjoy being happy and in great spirits. It's like the best feeling ever. So
It's
why
beaming
not
off
keep
you.
it?
We love it. It's beaming off you. Let's talk about it now. You in the music heavy again.
Oh.
Thank God. I've been waiting for you to jump in the music heavy, and you coming out with all types of features. You got rock star Trina, the baddest. I had a crush on Trina since the You Don't Know Now video.
This lady I call her and Ashanti and Lala, and they got like at first I called it the Ashanti disease because I didn't realize when they were, people always want to tell somebody age. I'm not going to do that, but y'all know how old these people are.
Right.
And I'm just like, they're what?
Right.
And when we was on set, Trina had said it, 'cause I think it was like her birthday was coming up, but she was talking about an idea for her birthday. I was like, I don't want to, how old are you? And she told me, I'm like, man, these people.
Ain't no way.
Trina fine, boy.
I know. And then still fine.
I'm looking like your legs is like mine. No surgery, no nothing.
Let me hit the hype bell for Trina having 21-year-old
Trina,
legs.
come on, man. You up here doing these girls different. I'm like, I pray to God that I look that good. I was just like, wow. And then it was a great feeling to just, I seen the people that I've done features with, I danced for back then.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm going to get a
Full
song
circle
with you.
moment. So
I'm going
this
to get a
is-
song with you.
yeah.
And I was like their person that they would come in and be like, I want you to come in and dance for me. She's like, it's going to be time. It's going to be time. And then I sent in all these records. And she picks the R&B. She said, you know what, the record I like? And she plays it, and she's like, so far good.
She's
so
singing it, right?
and all you see is the stars above her head in her car. I'm like, now you know you ain't supposed to be singing and driving and on the
Right.
phone with me. And she was just so happy. And she embraced me.
That's dope.
And she supported. She posted even after months of the song. She still supports. Anytime she has events behind stage and stuff like that, like she always makes sure she got me. And also shout out to Taylor May, because she also like helped that, because that's her family.
Right,
so I was just
right.
like, this is super cool. So it really was between them two, just
Yeah.
and KD and Corey. So it was a vibe.
Right. Were y'all in the studio together cutting this record?
No,
or it
I
was like
sent
a
it to
Senate?
her and she sent it back.
Wow.
Like quick.
A legend. A legend
I was
sends it
just
right
like,
back.
I said, hey man, it's something in my email.
Yeah.
And my label was like, that's Trina. And I was like, yo, play it. And I
Yeah.
was so excited.
Wow.
I was super excited. Then when we did the video, it was so much going on because my grandmother had passed June 7th and my birthday was June 10th. So on my birthday, I had to fly to Miami and do 2 music videos.
Yeah.
And I was just going through it, and we couldn't find a mansion. It was last minute. Sway Lee had a party that was next to a house, and somebody knew about it. They said the house that's next to it, the man owns 2 of the houses. He is living in one of them, but I think this house would be perfect for the video. And it worked.
It worked. That's
and
it,
I said,
man.
give her the room. Let's clean it out. And she was like, I don't know how you be doing stuff so quick, girl.
Right.
She's like, I just spoke to you like 30 minutes ago. So I'm going
Makes
to
it
find it.
happen.
I said, I'm not going to play. I didn't even have time to really, like, my morning was working.
Yeah.
I worked through it, and I was like really happy, and it came out really great.
That's dope, man. That's the
So,
spirit
shout
of, once again, your grandmother helping you push it
She
through.
always doing.
Right.
So I bet you it was a butterfly, and I probably didn't know I was
It probably
smoking.
was.
So I probably seen some butterfly. She probably was like, "This girl is high. Don't even see me."
But we're going to get this mansion, though.
and we gonna get the mansion. Go ahead and give it to her.
That's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up. So working with these legends and then working with Boosie, NLE Chopper, you got
Yes.
features with all these people. How did these...
man.
Were you in the studio? These were send-ins? Did they come? Did y'all link up
They
and
were
tell me?
send-ins. NLE was. I went to LA and got it.
Oh, dope.
I had that one done. My label and us was just so happened we were in the same
Right.
city. And then he was like, I got a couple weeks later. He was like, I got 2-3 hours. You think you do a music video in LA? And I'm like,
Wow, that's a
find a
blessing.
hairstylist, makeup, da da da
Right.
da. Found something that from Pure Space, and he seen that you could see it in my face that I was just like all over the place, and he just was like, he ended up staying for 6-7 hours
Wow.
instead of 2. And then Boosie is the same way. He was like, man, I just want some crawfish. I'm like,
Nah.
He said, you give me some seafood, and I'll be there. And I'm like, you're not gonna try. He said, man, he was like, I've known you for a long time. Shout out to H-Town Sierra. She introduced me. It's like everybody introduced me
Yeah.
to someone to get, and it was always a woman.
Yeah.
Crystal introduced me to Neo for years.
Yeah.
Years. And he was just like, she not ready. I can't put my name on that. And I never used to understand when people say that artists say that. Oh, yes, I have a record with Neo. So,
There we go. Hold on. You can't
It's-
just breeze past that. Yeah, that's crazy.
So, and it's always a woman that is really cool with me, and people on the outside are looking like, oh, she probably this or talking to this person. No, these people are really genuinely like, no, I'm not going to charge you. I need you to just do this. I need some water, da da da.
Right.
And Boosie literally was like, I just want some seafood. I'm
Right.
hungry. So I went to Juicy Crab and went and got the food, and he was there. He said, I'm going to help you. I'm going to make sure that I support. As soon as we dropped, he dropped it. He dropped it on every social media.
That's
and
a
that'd
real
be the
one.
biggest thing to
Right.
have the artist. And Ali
Support.
Chopper had the label clear it. He was like, clear the record. Like, I owe you that. Like, because we had a little, before he became the spiritual person he is, he, was rowdy.
Yeah.
And I knew him around that time, and I was just like, I can't do it. And his dad literally looked at me and was like, patience is everything. He's like, it'll come. And then, like, I think a year and a half later, he was on some
Settle down.
and he was like, I owe you one. I was like, huh? And he had the label DM me. All my features came through DMs, or either I knew the person already, but it came through the DM.
Right. Check out DM.
Tory Lanez, that's a funny
Right.
story. I got that record too. I have a feature with him.
A bunch of people got either a wild Boosie or a Tory Lanez
It's the
story.
funniest.
Tell me about it. Let's talk about it.
So Macy Gray last year, I have 4 records total. Two she wrote for me, and 2 I am on one record that's out. No, 2 records.
Right.
Me, Mano, and her, and then a song called Disco Song I co-wrote with
Okay.
her. So then that happened Valentine's Day. Then this year, Valentine's Day, I was in the same studio, the same room as I was with Macy with Tory.
Wow.
The problem was the producer wanted a certain amount, and it was just out of my budget as an independent artist for the beat. So Tory was like, get one of your people to do it. Let's do it again. So we already have one record.
Right.
And he was like, no, do another one. I said, well, I got this record, and it's shout out to Super Natural. We were sitting there, and we were like, well, we got to get a record. And I'm like, all right, we're going to get this record. And then we got it. And I was like, I'm going to get Tory on this. And they were like, huh?
Right. I know,
And
because it's not a regular statement people just
I
make.
said, no, I'm going to get this record.
Right.
And the same thing as when I was going on my way to Boosie's music video, I was like, I'm going to get this music video for Neo. And Neo's billboard popped up in Atlanta while
Wow.
we were driving. And then the following week, I'm going to tell you how that happened. So Tori was like, well, come to Miami. And mind you, Tori's very like into music. So when we got there, my friends that's not into music, they were nervous. It's like, I hope you don't have a rowdy crowd or nothing.
He's
His
about business
crowd
and the
was
thing.
literally focused on getting this man's album together. People were on computers.
Yeah.
And it dawned on me, I'm like, Ain't today his birthday? So when 12 o'clock hit, he's still playing a video game. They bring out the cake and stuff. And then he's like, can you send me the record? So on his birthday this year, he recorded, and it took him 15 minutes.
He blessed you on his
And then
birthday.
he cleared it, and he was like, all right, let me know what else you need to do. And then a couple weeks ago, Neo picked the same day as Shatta Wale, because I'm also big in the Caribbean Afrobeats world with the Elephant Man record, Beanie Man. So Shatta Wale did a record with Beyonce. So I'm the second female singer in the U.S. that he's worked with. And then he ended up telling me, he was like, can I post a picture? And it did like 1 million.
Wow.
And I'm like, so now we got
like a whole bunch of hype bell moments. Y'all just bear with me.
Thing. Neo and Shatta's never been to the States.
Right.
He flies from Ghana all the way to Atlanta to do the record, but then Neo to do the music video. But then Neo wants to do the music video the same day too. So I had to do 2 videos.
Right.
For like
two
25
major
hours,
artists.
two major artists at the same time, and I got it done. And this was a couple weeks ago.
Wow!
And I'm just like, what are you doing, God? Like,
right, doing it. That's
you're
what he's
doing.
But
crazy
you have
stuff.
put yourself in a space to be able to accept this, to be able to do this work, to be able to get rid of distractions, which could be people that'll put
like
you on
I have
different drive.
A reason, like I have a drive that I am going to prove everything that y'all said I couldn't do. And it's not necessarily for other people. It's really, it's like I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
Like, prove to yourself that you could do everything that you actually doubted because you believed other people. So
Right.
you doubted yourself. Like, reverse that and do everything that you said that you couldn't do. And I did that.
Right.
And I'm just like,
I'm doing it. And
I'm
seeing,
doing it.
and
And
seeing
it
the
feels
fruits.
good.
Right.
Like, to be out and have people, you know, like Trina or either Neo be like, hey, you want to come to this event? It's private. Like Trina invited me to her birthday, and I'm sitting, and my label was supposed to be there, but we had like a little misunderstanding with scheduling.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting, and I'm like, well, there's this empty seat. But isn't that Missy Elliott sitting next to me? I'm like, huh? And she's looking at me through the mask, and she's going like this. So I'm thinking she's just saying hi. She's like, no, Jhonni, I'm going like this because that piano
dope.
is. And I'm just sitting here like, Missy Elliott speaking to me.
Yeah, so you got a lot of fans that see
What
you
the
playing
hell?
instruments.
And then when I introduce myself to people like Billie Eilish, I'm
Right.
like, hi, I'm Jhonni. She's like, I know who you are. And she's 17 years old. She's like, I know who you are. And mind you, I was at the Spotify 2019 biggest artist.
Right.
It wasn't me that was nominated, but I'm around Lizzo and all of them, and they're saying hi, like I know you.
Yeah.
So it's just like I just got to get the records out.
Yeah.
And then I'll be just fine.
Yeah.
So this is just a lot. It's so much stuff.
That's a beautiful thing. You in the right circles, making the right moves.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the people that's following me too.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, that's that person. Oh, okay. Can't post that no more.
Right.
Let me
A lot of
not.
blue checks. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Right. But you're seeing the business of the music industry, and you seeing how the inner workers are going now because you're in these rooms,
Yeah.
a working room,
Yeah.
and you're part of that work. How does that make you feel?
It's just like, oh, I'm an artist.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I am, and I don't even like to say R&B artist because I know that I'm touching bases of other type of genres of music, and it's just like, cause I'm a musician. I don't feel that I'm an R&B artist.
I think you're an entertainer.
Yeah, like
that can play instruments, that can sing.
Yeah,
I think you are.
And even with like the blogs, they're like, and my label, they're like, why don't you start singing the songs that a lot of girls are scared to sing? That's what's gonna make the blog. I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm about to do Whitney Houston. I'm gonna do this, and then I look
because
up
you
on Shea Rubin. I'm like, oh. And then Nikki just said it. She said, "Where are the singers?
Yeah,
you bitches are not singing." And I'm
right.
like,
you can actually do it.
that's all I hear in the background with my tear, like someone walking, like, "Truth is, I'm tired." Why you said that? We're right here. We're right here.
Right. Looking at you.
We're looking dead at you. Damn, Diddy.
And that's why I said before, I got blessed with hearing your vocals, not because you came and sang, it's because you came and sang well,
it's like,
and
I
that's
feel
what you
every
do.
opportunity you get. And I used to, somebody just asked me, like, I'm afraid to sing in front of other people. I sing in front of my family. What should I do? I said, you shouldn't do music. They were like, why would you shoot it down like that? I said, think about what you just said.
Yeah.
I was like, you shooting yourself down.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody asks me that, they were like, oh, you sing, let me hear, honey, honey. And then it's just anything. It'd be gospel, whatever. You
Right.
won't hear me. and you're gonna hear it loud. It's just
that's your gift.
You should want to like. It shouldn't be a job. You should just. It doesn't feel like a job to me.
I'm gonna ask
But
my
it does
daughter
feel
to
like it's
rewind
on,
and look at that part. I need her to hear that part.
You just be like, it's every opportunity. I remember when I had fell in the pool when I was a kid. My grandmother took me to Walmart. She had seen this gospel singer, and I was just excited because it was a popular gospel singer, but she knew him. He was like, oh, she sings. I had 2 teeth missing in the front, just singing my behind off. I didn't care. And I knew, like, every time somebody, it's like somebody testing you.
Yeah.
But you don't, and they're not doing it in a negative way, but they test. Let me hear you say, all right, I got you.
Yeah.
A
It's your
piano
gift.
around, I got you here. What?
Yeah.
Like, you're not about to ever make me feel like
Right.
I ain't on point. And if you don't feel like that, then you shouldn't do it.
That's it. You know what I like? What you're saying is basically when people have access to anything, they say, like, if you get rich, you should share your wealth, right, with people less fortunate, right? So your gift, your wealth is these talents, especially singing. The way you share is the blessing for other people. You lift people, you move moods, you move emotion. And I think we appreciate you for that. So thank you. Let me hit the hype bell for that. You had like 47 hype bell moments. I just did not want to interrupt you because we needed all of that. We needed all of that.
I tell people it's bigger than being an artist. When you're an artist, it's like 3 contracts with yourself. You get a major deal. All right, that's important. Let's say if you sign to Atlantic. But Atlantic already got the top people to pay their bills already. So you're not necessarily just a number, but you're a number.
Yeah.
And in order to push that, the other second contract will be your own team. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that. But then your third one is your mental. Because if your mental's off, which in my case, my mental was off, my space, my personal was off, you're going to lose everything else. You know what I'm saying? So if you got the mental right, you got a team that pushes, that will make the bigger label that you're signed to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you become one of the big dogs. It's like it's still levels once you sign. It's not just, oh, you're
just
there.
start there. Yeah.
You got to have a team that's like, all right, we just signed for, let's say, $3 million. Yo, cut was, I'm just making up stuff, $2 million or whatever. What do you want to do? I want to take $1 million and really branch it out and push the music. I want to take maybe $500,000 and invest in stuff that studios and things that generate money and put people in positions. So now I don't have to hear that, oh, I need money. Here, I just placed you. You want to do a restaurant, you cook. I cook, but let's say if I couldn't cook, all right, I'm gonna put my name on it. We're gonna team up. We making money now you can leave me alone.
Talking
like
about business.
Placing people, placing yourself in position that you don't have to. Oh man, we done ran through the $1 million, but we got Beyonce now. We got a record with this person, but now we just generated another $1 million off the studio because Maxwell just booked it out for a whole 3 months and he didn't gave us $500,000. Now we could put that to this. Like it's just. It's a circle. Recycling, and we add more people if we need to, if they're in the right position to do so. So that's how I think with stuff. I don't think about when I get a big check, to get jewelry, and I'm an R&B artist, so we're kind of different. I understand with the rapping, but for R&B, it's just you just gotta sing. You can have a sheet. Summer Walker had sweatpants on at the Apple Music, and people was clowning. She said, like, bitch, I ain't come here to look good for you. I came to sing.
Right. And
I ain't come to do nothing else, and y'all gonna love me regardless. Right. So. I don't know, my mindset's different.
And do it well. And on top of all of that, we see that your mindset's different because you sell everything. She like Small Mart. You know what I'm saying? That Walmart Small because she got lashes, clothes, all types of stuff. Let's run through some of these products. Lighters, everything.
Okay, so I started my website. Shout out to Felicia. She's my web designer.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I want to, the bigger I get, I'm going to have this line.
Yeah.
My middle name, my mom named me Von Krishna. My mom is German and black, my dad's black.
Right.
And I'm an Air Force kid. So I was like, Von Krishna just sounds
rich. Louis Vuitton, Von Krishna.
My main name
I see no fall off.
So I'm just like, let me figure out my Gemini head. Let me figure out what I can do. And then I thought about lashes. And my makeup artist always said, you have a big eyelid for shadow. And she said, your lashes naturally, you got lashes. I said, I figured it out. Lash by Von Krishna, and I sold my first 100, and I was like,
that was quick.
And I could just have it in my purse. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna walk around with them like, here. They 30, but here's just 20. It's just the fact of you buying them, take a picture, send it to me, and I'm going to make it feel like you don't have to be a big star, big person to be on my site. And I was like, well, let me expand it. Let me do the hoodies for men and women. Let me do the shirts. Let me do the Johnny Blaze lighters because there's a lot of smokers. A lot of people like candles. I really want to branch out to candles because I love candles so much. Like the Blaze Corporation or something.
R&B and candles just go together.
It just goes.
And so does child support. That's a whole nother situation. But yeah, I get it.
It just goes. So I'm like, all right, let me put lashes. I like to work out. I could get on a table and get lipo. I don't judge nobody for getting surgery, but I don't want to do that. I'm getting older. I want to lose weight. So I lost 37 pounds. I went into depression and gained all this weight. Then I lost the 37.
Hit bell for that. We saw the workout videos getting busy.
Yes, the boxing. Right. People be thinking I'm doing this for clout. Let me explain this to y'all. I believe in the 30s and 40s, and I might, but if you look at it, I think it's the 40s and 30s. They had women literally in church, baby church heels, practicing boxing because it makes you afraid to twist your ankle. So it keeps their balance. So it was nothing that I was doing to go viral. This is something that really helped me lose weight. My calves got stronger. And I was just like, you know what? I want a company that waist trainers, but I don't want people. I keep it real on my website. So the website shows, okay, I'm having a cheat day. I know it was supposed to be 2 days, but 1 day cheat, but I did a second cheat day, but here's what I ate. But it's okay because I'm about to do 2,000 calories and I'm gonna put this waist trainer on. And I'm gonna work out. You can't just slap the waist trainer on. Yeah, like I want it to be the real gritty. You see that you ate too much the other day. All right, time to detox. This is stuff that you do for detox. This is stuff that I do. Maybe it'll work for you. Not saying it will work. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it won't. Then we'll try something else together. So I just think that every artist should have merch.
There you go.
Because you don't know when you're going to be big. You know you're going to be big, but the bigger you are, your company, Super Scent, Judy, I love looking at them. Started out doing comments off of MAC makeup. Now you have your own warehouses. You know, your own drops for your hair to grow. Like, and it started in your house. So
you're taking that blueprint and expanding it, making it your own.
Yeah, all my merchandise is in my home or either at my people's house in a door. And I look at it and I'm proud of it. And then I'm going to look again and I'm going to see that it's going to be in a warehouse. I'm like, God damn.
That's what I'm talking about.
What the hell did we create all these damn lashes?
Now we got the chat going crazy right now. They want to hear the song. Y'all got to wait a second because before we get to the song.
I might do a little sneak peek.
Yeah, we got to do a sneak peek.
I might do a little Tory. I might let y'all hear the Tory.
Okay, we got to do that too. We got the Trina loaded up. That's playing already on Reec Radio. So we're going to get that cracking. But before that, we got to play the game that we play called Fast Forward. So are you ready?
Oh, man. Okay.
All right. This is our Fast Forward game. All right. So what is your favorite city to visit and eat?
It's a trick question.
Nah,
I'm going to have to say Houston. I don't know what it is.
Okay. All right. Houston. There we go. Houston. What's the spot in Houston?
The Turkey Leg Hut.
Turkey Leg Hut. I've been hearing about it.
I made it into a strip club.
Yeah.
On Father's Day. All right, so hear me out. Me and I have like 5 best friends. They're all in separate cities. So I have a childhood best friend. I have a male best friend. I got 2 best friends, which is one is in Houston and the other one is here. So one in Houston, H-Town Sierra. She's like, well, on Father's Day, let's just go to this place. Yeah. But Father's Day had all these kids, so it wasn't really a strip club.
Right,
I take that back. What happened was I was showing love to the DJ, and all these kids was like, it's one. So I was like, you know what? Let's have a dance off. And I was ordering the food. I was like, well, this is my first time. Let's have a dance off with the kids. And the kids are showing me all these little TikToks. So we was just throwing it up on the TikTok on the kids.
The kids making money off their TikTok.
Man, they brought their food out. I ordered a leg. This leg was the size of my leg.
Right.
I said, who eats stuff like this?
Right.
Man, when I bit into that thing.
I heard it's so juicy. Like,
man, my calories went up so high that day, boy. My knees got real tight and just bloop. Man. Inflammation. I was like, it's worth it.
Right, it's worth it.
But it was really good. Houston's food is really good.
That's what's up. We
got food too, though.
We got Houston before. We get a lot of people saying New Orleans too.
Oh yeah, well we can't forget that. The actual people from New Orleans making your food.
Yeah.
Like how Super Scent be doing her food. Like,
come
don't
on, baby.
Be somebody that be like, I just moved here 3 years and I don't want your crawfish.
Like you go to the Chinese restaurant and the Spanish people working there. I don't trust it. I understand. All right, next question. One thing you wish people knew about you without having to explain it.
I'm really kind and sensitive.
Yeah.
I am very sensitive.
Yeah.
Not to the point where I'm like a crybaby, but it's more of, I think the more that people see me in interviews and stuff, they're like, oh, you're really sweet. Yeah. I really am. I do not like drama.
Got you.
I really don't like being like arguing because it hurts my feelings. It's like, I hope I don't say something that now me and this person will never be around. Like there's a lot of little regrets that I'm improving, that I don't say things to people. So it's just like, I'm sensitive.
Got you. All right.
I'm sensitive. Damn
Next question 3. Thing you hate most about social media. Nothing.
It's social media.
Yeah, get busy.
I can't even. You either jump in or you jump out. It's like a gang. You gonna jump your ass in, but this type of gang, you could jump out. Social media, we can tell. Like it just be.
Right.
I'm a gang member of the Instagram. I'm not. I'm a gang member of Facebook. I'm not. Who you with? Who you repping? I'm with Twitter. All right. Who you with? Instagram. Yeah. All right. You got to get jumped because y'all algorithm is off lately.
Yeah, it's been
so
a little
it's just
while.
like you got to take it for what it is because in real life, when you go out to the world and you see people that genuinely love you. Yeah, you can't let it get to you like that. Yeah. You can just cut it off. Or I always tell people stop following stuff that you really get aggravated about. Yeah, that's the problem. You're following things that trigger you. That trigger you. What kind of man? I deleted 7,000 people. I ain't sorry.
Yeah, we on our way to doing that too. People. Yeah, we on our way to doing that too. Yeah, like ours is dropping because it's like some things that we just don't need to see. It ain't good for you mentally.
They be like, damn, you don't follow nobody. You got 0. You think you Beyonce? I said I do. I think I'm a mini Beyonce. Yep, I sure do. I'm going on her path because when she don't follow nobody, she don't got drama.
Yeah,
no drama. I'm gonna do a Beyonce on y'all.
Right, there you go.
And then when they be like, you gonna follow? I said, see the way my label had. I be lying.
Well, we appreciate the follow here. Thank you so much.
Yep, I'm gonna follow y'all. I like y'all.
Let's get it back. All right, so last question. One thing you could go back and tell yourself at 18, what would it be?
Do it all the same.
I love them. Hit the hype bell for that. You can't live and learn without the living part.
Yeah, I don't want to do nothing different. Even the worst feelings and problems that I've had, I don't want.
Right.
I don't want to change it.
Because now you sitting at tables next to Missy Elliott and she's saying,
and I'm looking at her. She got so mad because I couldn't know. This the part that killed me. She wasn't mad. She was just like, I know that people can't hear me.
Right.
You sound good. You can play. And her people that was next to her was like, she's saying that you. I was like, oh, yeah. Thanks. I couldn't even eat. I'm sitting here like.
Nervous, right?
Let me see how she cut her chicken.
Right.
It's a wrong fork. I'm up here.
Because this is an icon.
Etiquette wrong as hell. Elbows like this. Right. I'm like this. She just looking like.
Girl, relax.
Trina like this fool, man. This the person to not bring it to the table. They cracking up laughing.
Right.
Because I can't be nobody else with me. I don't know how to fake and pretend something.
But I think that's why you're going to win.
Yeah, when I had oysters for the first time in front of people that really knew about this elegant stuff, I'm like, y'all eating eggs of a fish. I'm good. Can I get a steak?
Right. Because this don't look right to me.
And they crack up laughing and like, you're always going to be you. I'm like, yes. Like, I was afraid to be me.
Well,
I'm not afraid
That's
to be
why you're going to win and keep doing it. All right, man. We appreciate you chopping it up with us. We're going to rock this song out on the radio side. Y'all lock in. Hey. YouTube side, I need y'all to come over to the radio side right now because we don't need this video getting cut off because I know she got it published and copyright the right way, which she's supposed to, all right? So we're going to get this thing going right now. Right now, music by Jhonni Blaze herself featuring Trina on Reec Radio. Y'all keep it locked in. Stay tuned.
I got an air job. Damn, I tell you this.